Today in math, we're learning our teen numbers. So let's go over our DLO. I'll show you some patterns about teen numbers using my hundreds chart, and then we're going to practice writing them with your brand new practice writing sheet that is in your skill practice binder. So here's our DLO. Today I will recognize teen numbers. Now it's your turn. Today I will recognize teen numbers. So I'm going to scoot you up so you can see. In the video that you watched, you noticed that teen numbers start with a 1. There's another video that I'll show you later, and it's called, it's about teen numbers, but it says numbers in the teen, they start with a 1. Here I have a hundreds chart. You have one also. So in your skill practice binder, you have this practice writing sheet, and on the back side, you just have to flip it over, is a hundreds chart. So I have one up here. They look the same. They have numbers 1 through 100. On the hundreds chart, it begins with the number 1, and it goes to 10, and then it has 11, and it goes to 20, and so on. The pattern I want you to notice, at each column here, there's a 1, 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 a 1. In this column here, 2. Guess what's going to be in every number going down? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, same thing. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So the pattern of these numbers they're going to be in the groups of 10 as we move forward and start learning about going up to 100. We're focusing on our teen numbers. Our teen numbers are this row here. Numbers in the teen, they start with a 1. So there's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Those are the teen numbers, and then after the teen numbers are the 20s. Hold on, Holly. There's 20, and then we go into the 20s, 21, 22, 23, and then we get to the 30s, 31, 32, 33. We'll practice that later, but that's the pattern here, is there's the tens numbers here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. And in the tens, you'll see in the tens place, we'll learn about that later, there's a 2, so then everything in the 20s has a 2 for being in the 20s. But then going down the columns, the ones place, we've got all these numbers. So I wanted to show you that. So here are our teen numbers, 11 through 19. In the video, I hope that you stood up and did the movements with your arm, because doing those movements with our arms help us remember it in our brains so we can remember our teen numbers. A lot of kids tend to mix up 14, 15, 16. They get them either backwards or they skip them. So when you're counting your teen numbers, make sure you go slow, and you can use your fingers even, because, excuse me, like I said, the ones, there's a 1 and a 1. A 2 and a 2 and a 12, a 3 and 13, 4, 4 and 14, 5, 5 and 15, 6, 16, 16, 7, 17, 8, 18, 9, 19. You can use your fingers. So if I'm using my fingers to help me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I can start over. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, because there's 6 here, 17, there's 7 here, 18, 19. So you can use your fingers as a tool or a strategy to help you remember your teen numbers. So now we're going to practice writing them. On your writing sheet here, I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see a little bit closer and better. We've got practicing writing 1 through 10 on here, and then practice writing 11 through 20 here. This is where we're going to practice. This quarter, we're focusing on 11 through 15. So I'm just going to draw a line with my dry erase marker right in the middle. I'll do it with my red so it's a little bit brighter for you guys. We're only going to focus on 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So today, I want you to practice writing them. You'll trace it, write it, write it. Trace it, write it, write it. And you'll say the numbers as you write them. You could say them like this: 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then write it. 11, a 1 and a 1. 12, a 1 and a 2. 13, a 1 and a 3. 14, a 1 and a 4. 15, a 1 and a 5. Now that you've traced it one time, you're going to write them by yourselves down below. Same thing, 11 is a 1 and a 1. 12, a 1 and a 2. 13, a 1 and a 3. 14, a 1 and a 4. 15, a 1 and a 5. One thing about teen numbers, it has the name teen in it. So if I were to write, well, most of them, not 11 and 12. So even though they are teen numbers, we don't say 11 teen, we don't say 12 teen, or 2 teen, or 1 teen. But let me use 14 as an example. The word 14. F-O-U-R is 4, and then teen. We've got teen. So we have the word 4 and the word teen. We know teen means it's going to start with a 1, and then 4 tells us how many are in the ones place. So 14 is a 1 and a 4. So even though the word 4 is after or before the word teen, teen tells us it starts with a 1. The 4, hold on, Holly. The 4 tells us it's 14.
I'm going to be right back.
Okay. She's going to be right back. So we've got 14. Even though if we were to write it how it looks, it would look like that to me. A 4 and a teen, a 4 and a 1, but that's 41. So that's kind of a weird opposite pattern that happens in the teen numbers, but when you get into the higher numbers like 21, we write it 20 because that tells us how many are in the tens place, and then 1 comes after. So 20 and 1. When you get later 40, 41, the word tells us which place the numbers go. 40 should be a 4, and 1 is a 1. So there's patterns with our numbers, but the teen numbers, the word teen is last instead of first. So instead of teen 4. Anyways, so you'll be practicing on your new skill practice binder sheet that you will put in your binder that you picked up yesterday. You'll trace it and write it 3 times. Say the numbers, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Trace them, write them, write them. Take a picture and submit. If you did not come by and pick this up, then you need to write it 3 different times on a dry erase board and take a picture and submit it. And that's what we're doing today, is our teen numbers.